You still want to kill me?
Adam Driver was the brain-probing bad guy in last year's Star Wars mega hit, The Force Awakens. He was intense and malevolent, but his Kylo Ren was also kind of, well, vulnerable.
You're afraid.
He goes.
We met the real Adam Driver on his home turf in Brooklyn.
Good boy, all right, all right.
Hey,
Drop it.
with his rescued terrier, Moose.
Why'd you decide to get a dog?
I love dogs.
Clearly, Driver is no Star Wars villain, but he might be just as complex.
Could you slow down a little bit, please?
Before he ever picked up a lightsaber, Adam Driver was best known as Lena Dunham's boyfriend in the hit HBO series Girls.
Well, I want to walk. So please stop the bike, Adam.
The role seems tailor-made. He plays an actor named Adam who lives in Brooklyn.
What's the issue?
You're not being that nice to me, so I don't really understand why you'd even want to have me around.
Well, when you love someone, you don't have to be nice all the time.
But his latest film is a bit more of a stretch. In Paterson, Adam is a bus driver who really wants to be a poet.
Working on a poem for you.
A love poem?
Yeah, I guess if it's for you, it's a love poem.
It's not your typical Hollywood movie, and it isn't meant to be.
I knock off work, have a beer at the bar. I look down at the glass and feel glad.
Were you worried about doing a movie about poetry?
I mean, it's kind of a joke that I guess we talked about on set that, you know, dozens of people are going to watch this movie, so we really got to make it good. It's about a bus driving poet that's going to be really action-packed. People will be lining up to see this.
So far, at least, critics have been lining up to praise it. The film does have a few surprise turns, and that's pretty much the story of Adam Driver's life. Raised in a middle-class home in Mishawaka, Indiana, he was a slacker student who liked drama and not much else.
I auditioned for Juilliard when I was a senior in high school. I didn't get in, so I'm like, okay, then I just won't go to college. I didn't apply to anywhere else.
That was it?
That was my genius plan. And if I didn't get into that school, which I heard was like a good school to go to for acting, then I won't do it, you know.
After Juilliard turned him down, he lived at home, sold vacuum cleaners, and pondered his future. It all came to him in a flash in 2001, on September 11th.
What was going through your head?
I feel like probably most people in the country did at the time, just shock and horror and anger, and wanted, like, you know, retribution and to do something. I'm at the age where I can, you know, why nothing is holding me back here.
Was that actually the cognition that, hey, I can help out here?
Yeah, as part of it, and joining the military seemed like a good idea.
So Adam Driver enlisted in the Marines.
Was there a moment where you thought, what did I do?
Yeah, these huge dudes are also with shaved heads are yelling at you, these grown men, you know, and you're just, you're alone, I guess, essentially.
But after a few weeks, he learned to love it. Driver became a rifleman, highly trained in ground combat and small arms. But just before he was about to ship out for Iraq, he broke his sternum in a biking accident and was medically discharged from the Corps. Heartbroken and unemployed, he reapplied to Juilliard. This time, he got in and had to learn to be a civilian all over again.
Not that I was spitting on the ground or dragging my knuckles, but like you're just used to being very direct.
So you had to tone yourself down
I had to
a little
tone
bit
it down,
for
yeah.
the sensitive actors?
Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, which is all probably hiding some kind of like insecurity in myself, you know. Is Adam crying in the corner again? I mean, I didn't cry. Crying is for weak people. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Actually, Driver found that theater helped him cope and figured it could also help his former brothers and sisters in arms. So he co-founded Arts in the Armed Forces, a group that puts on bare-bones theater productions for servicemen and women.
You know, we talked a little bit about this before, about this idea that you have in like the survivor's guilt kind of thing, that you didn't go overseas with the other guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there was initially maybe a high level of guilt that I didn't get to complete my service. I didn't get to go overseas and do the job I trained to do with the guys that I trained to do it with. I mean, what better audience than the people that are protecting our country? Acting as a service industry, why not service the ultimate service industry, which is being in the military?
Shall I transmit, sir?
Once out of school, his acting career took off with parts in ever bigger productions, like Steven Spielberg's Lincoln.
Are we fitted to the times we're born into?
Well, I don't know about myself. You may be.
And not long after, he was cast in the mother of all franchise films.
Will you help me?
Yes, anything.
So when you found out you were going to be the bad guy,
Yeah,
what'd you think?
it's way better.
Way better?
Costumes are better, lightsabers are better.
But there's one person who can disarm Adam Driver, his nonprofit co-founder Joanne Tucker, whom he married in 2013. They've booked military gigs well into the new year. In the meantime, you can see him in another role he really hungered for.
You must pray for courage, Mokichi.
In the new Martin Scorsese film Silence, Driver is a Jesuit priest who, with Andrew Garfield, is on a dangerous mission to find a lost colleague in 17th century Japan.
What are you saying? You can't.
You lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, 51 pounds.
51 pounds?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that much.
Oh, yeah, and that was important to me, to get down as much as we could in the time we had to hopefully tell that story.
And then after you told that story, did you go get
Ate a lot of food, yeah.
a lot of food?
Yeah.
So what is it about Brooklyn?
It's very quiet here by comparison to the city, I think.
Now that he's not a starving actor anymore, life is good. He'll return to the dark side in Star Wars Episode 8 next year. And after that, like every good Marine, Adam Driver knows to be ready for anything.
Were you worried when you found out that you'd be the guy who would kill Han Solo?
Yeah, that took a lot of, had to think about it for a while. I also have an allergy to like big blockbuster Hollywood movies. I feel
An
like,
allergy to it.
yeah, there is no guidebook to how you're supposed to be in your career, the projects that you're supposed to pick. Is just follow the things that are personal and interesting to you, and that's apart from that, everything will fall into place.